Leaving menus. Edit.
Hi, this is Dr. Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how you do UEB math with the Braille Math Editor that Vispero has and JAWS. So let me go through the setup of JAWS and UEB math, and then we're just going to go through and go from some very basic math into something a little more challenging, just so you can see you can actually go from very basic to very advanced math now using UEB. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do insert 6 to go into my JAWS settings. Insert 6.
Word JAWS settings center.
I'm just going to hush them up. I'm going to do Control Shift D because I need to set default. And, as anyone who's using a screen reader knows, he's going to tell you everything about where you went and where you're going. Control Shift D, make sure you set that default.
JAWS settings center default all
Beautiful.
applications.
And I'm going to hush them up. Now, for me, this is how I get in here quickly because we go into the Braille mode options so much. Type out Braille, do a space, and do M. You cannot use contractions. Okay, type it out.
BRAILLE. Braille M.
Okay, I'm going to down
Braille 1
arrow
of
to
22 searchers.
Braille mode.
20. Braille mode structured.
I'm going to hush them up. I'm going to hit F6, and then I'm going to do Alt F to my language profiles. F6.
General page. Braille mode combo box structured.
Okay.
2 of.
Yeah, and make sure that does say structured, and I'm going to tell you any mode that you're using. So I've got a student coming up in UK, so I've adjusted this to him. If you want to go to your language, Alt G, and I changed it to English United Kingdom. That's his preference. You can tab to output, and you're going to hear UEB grade 2. Tab again to input UEB 2. And then you're going to tab again, and you're going to get to language profiles. Well, I've already changed all that. If you've been in here before, and you probably have, if you're a JAWS user, then you know you can quickly change those. But right now I'm going to do Alt F because this is the difference, and this is how you get it to work. Alt F to language profiles. If you're visual, I'm going to just take my mouse. I don't like using my mouse because, of course, everyone knows it really throws your screen reader off. So I'm just going to very delicately move it to language profiles so you visually can see where that's at. I'm going to move my mouse back to where it was, and now I'm going to do Alt F.
Alt F. Language profiles dialog. Select preferred Braille profiles. List box English United Kingdom.
Okay, now I have two selected: English, UK. It's in primary mode right now because, of course, I'm preparing for his lesson coming up. If I down arrow, I'm going to hear English United States. Probably by default, you're going to hear English United States if you're in the US. If you're not, go ahead and change it to the country that you want. You can tab to details, but I'm going to Alt D to my details. Alt D.
Alt D. Language profiles dialog. Profile details dialog. For contracted Braille, use combo box. Unified English Braille grade 2. 4
Okay.
of 4.
So that should automatically come up since you've already selected your output and input, but just double check that. I'm going to tab through, so I'm going to tell you what you're going to be listening for. For the output, you're going to hear United States Unicode. Tab again. Input, you're going to hear United States Unicode. Tab again, and you're going to hear contracted Braille. Tab again for math use, and this is where you change between UEB math and Nemeth. So it will most likely be on Nemeth. You need to go ahead and down out to UEB math. Let's go ahead and tab through now and listen.
When using computer Braille for output, use combo box United States Unicode. When using computer Braille for input, use combo box United States Unicode. By default, use combo box contracted Braille 3 of 3. For math, use combo box Unified English Braille UEB Math 2 of 2.
Okay, so it's a 2, and now I'm going to down arrow just so you can hear the Nemeth, or up arrow.
Nemeth 1 of 2.
Okay, but I don't want that now.
Unified English Braille UEB Math 2 of
Okay.
2.
And at that point, just hit enter and things are going to work well.
Enter. Default all applications.
Okay, once again, enter is the default to say I'm done with this, go away, because of course it's going into your language profiles now. Enter to close
Enter.
that.
JAWS settings center default all.
Okay, and then hush them up. And last but not least, you want to Alt A to apply this, enter to close. Alt A
Alt A.
and enter to close.
Enter.
Okay.
Document 2 Word. Edit.
And now we're back, and now we are ready to go. I will tell you, you can do your all equals also and Braille directly in this, but today we're going to use the Braille Math Editor.
UEB Math, Braille Math Editor and JAWS.
Okay.
Blank. Blank.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just do some nice, simple, beautiful math. I'm on my Braille Math Editor, and a lot of people will say, oh, I have issues sometimes opening my Braille Math Editor. And I actually learned this from a student who only has the ability to use three fingers. She always sits on that space bar first, and I have noticed that it very consistently opens more fluidly than if you try to press all the keys down at the same time. The Braille Math Editor is space. It is dots 3 and dots 7. And then on the right-hand side, it's 4 and 6. So it's a lot of keys. And she, of course, is pressing one key at a time, and she just has to keep remaining to hold one key as she's pressing the other keys. So you can do this with very limited fingers. You could literally do it with two fingers. But right now I'm going to use her method of sit on the space, and then I'm going to press down 3, 7, and then 4, 6, and then let all the keys go at the same time. And about 99.9% of the time, I tell you that Braille Math Editor opens really smoothly. Okay, let's go ahead and do that.
Braille Math Editor. Equation edit. Type in a math expression. Press insert F1 for more help.
Okay.
Dots 3, dot 1.
Okay, and let's go ahead.
Dot 5. Dots 2, 5, 6.
Do that.
Dots 3. Dots 1,
Keep it
2.
nice and easy.
Space. Dot
And
5. Dots
equals.
2, 3, 5, 6.
Okay, and we've got a math operator in there of time, so I'm going to go ahead and hit enter.
Document 2
Now,
Word. Edit.
this is just a little hiccup that I have, and I haven't figured out where it's coming from. You have to Control V.
Pasted.
But what's nice about that is you're going to have it also, and no one knows what to do about it. Just paste. For whatever reason, based on the update of your computer, it will work or not work. So on my Braille display, I have 1 times 2. Let's go ahead and read that.
Blank. Math content 1 times 2 is equal to.
Okay, lovely. And that's the bullet that you would use. And of course, the student would open this up. This would be a worksheet, and they would go through and they would answer that. Let's go ahead and hit enter.
Enter.
Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the Braille Math Editor once again. Space 3746.
Braille Math Editor. Equation edit. Type in the math. Dots 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, man, I
Dots
love
4,
how my
5,
fingers
6.
get off on that. And what's really nice about this is if you Braille this incorrectly, it's going to tell you you cannot hit enter and you cannot insert it. So that is what's so very lovely about this.
Dots 3, 4. Dots 1, 2. Dot 5. Dots 2, 3, 5. Dots 3, 4, 5, 6. Dots
I'm
2,
not.
5.
Whoops.
Dots
See?
2, 5.
And that myth pops back
Dots
in
1,
your
4.
brain. So you just have to be very careful of that to make sure
Space.
you're
Dot
doing the right
5.
one.
Dots 2, 3, 5, 6.
Okay, and we know UEB has lots of dot 5s and 5 6s, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, beautiful. I'm going to hit enter on that one.
Document 2 Word.
And I'm going to Control
Pasted.
V to get in there. Let's go ahead and listen to our beautiful math.
Math content 1 times 2. Math content 2 plus 3 is equal to.
Let's go ahead and enter.
Enter.
Okay, so you're getting the idea of how to do very simple math, and we've been able to do that to some degree even before, yeah, and only simple math with UEB math, but now we can actually do advanced math. I'm going to down arrow. Let's go ahead and do a little pi r squared.
Math content cap A is equal to pi r squared.
Okay, beautiful. We love A equals pi r squared. And now I'm going to actually Braille that out for you using the Braille Math Editor so you can know how to do that. Already, if you know UEB math, you know there's going to need to be a 5, 6 before you do to the power of, all those wonderful rules. Let me go ahead and hit the end on that. And I'm just doing 4, 6 in space because I'm exclusively using my Braille display.
1.
And that didn't want to go to all the way to the end, so let's go ahead and do 5 in space.
Cap A is equal to cap A is equal to comma pi r squared.
And if you didn't know how to move character at a time, 5 in space moves through that. Don't we love that?
Cap A is equal to comma pi r squared. Cap A is equal to comma pi r squared. Enter.
Enter.
Undo.
Don't enter one more time.
Blank.
And you need to hear blank. And of course, if you hit enter, you automatically add a component you do not want. So 5 in space to get to the end, and then go ahead and hit enter on that. Let's go ahead and do a little area equals pi r squared.
Enter.
Okay, back to going into the Braille Math Editor to do this.
Braille math editor. Equation edit. Type in a math
Okay.
expression. Present. Dot
We
6.
know we can do
Dot 1.
capital A because A does not stand for a word. If it was B or C, you'd have to use a letter sign. We don't have to worry about that.
Space. Dot
And
5.
we want to do
Dots
an
2, 3, 5, 6.
equals.
Space.
Here we go. Pi, 4,
Dots
6,
4, 6. Dots
E,
1, 2, 3, 4.
R. We need to do a 5, 6.
Dots 5, 6.
And then we need to go ahead and put it to the power of.
Dots 3, 5.
And we're going to do to the power
Dots 3. Dots 1,
2.
2.
And if you're visual, you can immediately, oh, I forgot my R. No big deal. I'm going to go ahead and just move through this and put my R. There's the problem with recording is your mind is kind of a little all
Dots 1.
over the
Dots 3.
place.
Dots 5, 6.
Okay, let's go ahead and get back there. And we need to go ahead and put an R in
Dots
there
1, 2, 3,
because
5.
it's pi R squared. And then, of course, 5 and
Blank.
space to get to the end. And let's go ahead and hit enter on that.
Document. Pasted.
And beautiful, paste it in, Control V. Once again, based on your updates, it's either automatically going to insert or not. Let's go ahead and listen to that.
Math content cap A is equal to pi r squared.
And down arrow.
Math content cap A is equal to pi r squared.
Lovely. Let's go ahead and do our next one.
Blank. Math content A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
Lovely. And I'm going to say, if you would like to get these formulas, let me show you how you do that, which is a really handy dandy skill. I'm going to go ahead and just foreign space and go down.
2.
Oh, I love how that's not working anymore. So I'm not going to worry about the foreign space, which is typically down. I'm just going to rocker bar down, even though your screen reader may not tell you that. I'm going to do all equals, and all equals is basically getting you into your math editor. You have to do all equals in order to get to all the components of your equation math editor. So I'm going to do all equals
Alt
first,
equals.
and I'm going to do Alt J and then E.
Alt J upper ribbon E.
And then it's E to your equations.
E. Equation. Built-in area of circle. Surface area of a circle with radius R button.
I'm just going to quickly go down to the Pythagorean theorem because that's what we're working on. I'm going to insert that and then I will Braille it out in the Braille Math Editor. But if you would like to go ahead and quickly insert a whole bunch of equations so then you can actually work on Brailling them correctly, this is just a very fast way to do it. And you can actually hit M for more equations on Office Online and you just have the world open up to you.
E. Binomial expansion. Fourier's Pythagorean theorem. Relationship between the sides of a right triangle with legs A and B and hypotenuse C button. 5 of 9.
Oh yeah, that's what we love in our geometry classes and anything else that has, all those angles. Hit enter.
Enter. Ribbon.
Okay.
Edit.
And I hit it in there, and of course, it reads beautifully.
Math content A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
Okay, down arrow.
Math content A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. End.
Okay.
End equation.
And always make sure you hit your end to get to the end of that. And now let's go ahead and hit enter.
Enter.
And we're going to do it with the Braille Math Editor. Here we go. Once again, you sit on this space, do your 3, 7, 4, 6 in space.
Braille Math Editor. Equation edit. Type in a math expression. Press insert F1 for more help.
Okay, let's go ahead and Braille this out.
Dots 5, 6. Dots 5, 6. Dots 5, 6. Dot 1. Dots 3, 5. Dots 3, 4. Dots 1, 2.
To the power of.
Space. Dot 5. Dots 2, 3. Dots 1, 2. Dots 3, 5. Dots 3. Dots 1, 2. Space. Dot 5. Dots 2, 3, 5. Space. Dots 1. Dots 3. Dots 3. Dots 1, 2. Dots 5, 6. Dot 3.
Okay, so we have lots of dots, but that is UEB math. So A squared plus B squared equals C squared, just lovely, lovely, lovely. And if you want to listen to each one of those dots, you can move through.
Dot 3. Dots 5, 6.
Okay, and it will remind you of all of those. So if you're actually not sure of the UEB math, you can actually type that out, open the Braille Math Editor, and then of course all the code will be in there for you. So that's how you can teach yourself.
Dot 3. Blank.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter on that.
Enter.
And of
Document 2.
Control V.
Pasted.
And we have.
Math content A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
And.
Math content A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared.
Okay, and now we're going to get a lot more
blank. Math content X is equal to the fraction with numerator negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC and root and denominator 2A n fraction.
Okay, so our beautiful quadratic formula And of course, we've never been able to do this in the Word Math Editor using the Braille Math Editor before, but now we can. So you've heard that. Let's go ahead and hit the
End.
end.
Blank.
And of course, that doesn't want to do that, so we're just going to down arrow.
Math
And
content.
now
End. Blank.
and
Enter.
enter. Okay, do make sure you get out of that. I'm going to hit enter
Enter.
time just for all you visual people so you can see how we're going to do this. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to braille nice and slowly so everyone can actually listen to what I am doing. Let's go ahead and go into the Braille Math Editor.
Braille Math Editor. Equation edit. Type in the math expression. Press insert F1 for more help. Dots 5 6 dots 5 6 dots 5 6 dots 1 3 space dot 5 dots 2 3 space dots 1 2 3 5 6 dot 5 dots 3 6 dots 1 space dots 4 5 dots 2 3 dots 1 4 dots 1 2 dots 3 5 dots 3 4 dots 1 2 dot 5 dots 3 dots 3 4 dots 1 4 dots 5 dot 1 dots 1 4 dots 3 4 dots 4 6 dots 3 dots 3 4 dots 1 2 dots 5 dot 1 dots 2 3 dots 5 6 dot 3.
Okay. Now, if I make any goofs in this whatsoever, it will not allow me to hit enter. That is a lot of dots. If you hit enter and it doesn't allow you, well, you can easily go through and make the changes that you need. I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and then Control V to paste it.
Pasted.
Oh, it's so lovely. Ready?
Blank. Math content x is equal to the fraction with numerator negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac and root and denominator 2a and fraction.
Yes, that is really lovely. So if you, yeah, and I'm actually going to turn this all to inline. So if you have any issues correcting this, let's say you open that, but the Braille Math Editor, it's so easy to make changes. Let's say I accidentally did 4BC on that. I'm going to go into the Braille Math Editor. I'm going to quickly find that A and I'm going to change it to B just so you can see how easy it is to make these types of corrections.
Braille Math Editor. Equation edit contains
Okay.
text. Type in the math expression. Press insert.
And I'm going to hush them up. Now, I know that the A is at the very end of the formula or closer to the end of the beginning. So I'm just going to hit end.
End.
And then I'm going to right arrow and find that A.
Dots 2 3 dot 1 dots 1 4 dot 1
Okay, so let's say I goofed on that.
dots 1
I
4
erase the A and
dots 1
put
2.
a B in there, or whatever you want to. If you need to type out the formula, yeah. Anyway, you can see how easy it is. If you have a Braille Math Editor, and once again, even if you don't have a Braille display, you can still use the Braille Math Editor. The lovely thing about your Braille display is I can quickly route my cursor, and I just routed it around my Braille display. So no matter where the math
Braille Math Editor.
I can quickly route my cursor to where I want it to be also. Okay, well, if I hit enter on this, a mistake's going to be in there. This is what life is all about.
End.
I'm going to hit my end and enter just so you can see the beautiful
Enter.
mistake in there. And
Document 2 word. Edit.
yeah, and Control V to paste.
Pasted.
And now I have a double. Let's
Undo.
see. Let's go ahead
End.
and hit
Blank.
end and
Enter.
enter, and
Pasted.
paste. Okay. And that is so lovely for BC. Yeah, well, that's not really a formula, but I wanted you to see that you can quickly edit that. Okay, so if you're on the keyboard, that's going to be another lesson. This is all about exclusive Braille Math Editor editing. And when you have the ability to use that, you can quickly change and fix those math mistakes also. Okay, this is UEB Math with your Braille Math Editor and JAWS, and that's how you do that. So all the advantages that we've had in Word previously with Nemeth, you now have with UEB Math. Okay, I hope that helps and see you in the next video.
Zoom Word Alt Q and enter.